Here is a biological reality that I think deep down we all kind of know, but we absolutely hate to admit.
Okay.
And honestly, it is the very first thing that just jumped out at me from our stack of research for today. It's a bit insulting actually when you really sit with it. Are you ready for this?
I am ready. Lay it on us.
The human brain, this incredible, complex supercomputer inside our skulls that gave us the theory of relativity, the Sistine Chapel, the ability to land a rover on Mars. It is fundamentally wired for one thing above all else:
And that is
efficiency.
efficiency. See, that sounds that sounds professional. It sounds positive,
Yeah.
like a well-run logistics company or a perfectly organized spreadsheet.
It sounds positive, right? We love efficiency and we
Yeah.
strive for it in our work, our commutes, our morning routines. But the source material we are diving into today, it frames it a little differently.
How so?
It basically says that efficiency is just a polite biological euphemism.
Oh, I like this.
What the brain actually wants, what its default setting drives it toward, is to be lazy.
Ah, there it is.
Hmm.
I think energy conservationist is the preferred scientific term, but yes, lazy gets the visceral point across much, much better.
Exactly. We are programmed to conserve energy. We are wired to avoid stress at all costs. Our internal operating system is constantly looking for the path of least resistance.
It wants the couch.
It wants the couch, not the marathon. It wants the takeout, not the meal prep. It wants the easy answer, not the complex problem. And this isn't, a character flaw. It's a default setting. It's the factory install.
Which makes perfect evolutionary sense if you zoom out a bit.
Yeah.
You have to remember that for, what, 99.9% of human history, calories were scarce and danger was absolutely everywhere.
Right.
A saber-toothed tiger didn't care about your growth mindset or your quarterly goals. If you burned unnecessary energy or, took unnecessary risks, you didn't survive. So sitting still, staying safe, doing the bare minimum, that was a winning survival strategy.
So my ancestors were basically champions of chilling out.
Your ancestors survived because they were great at doing nothing when nothing needed to be done. It's in your genes.
Okay, right. And that's fine if your goal is just to not die today. But here's the conflict. And this is really the central tension of today's deep dive. We are living in a modern world with, abundance, but we are running on ancient hardware that's designed for scarcity.
Exactly.
So if our biology is screaming at us to seek comfort, to stay safe, to take the easy road, why is it that every single significant accomplishment, everything we actually value in modern life, requires us to do the exact opposite?
That is the paradox, isn't it? Our biology wants safety, but our aspirations, they require danger. Our brain wants ease, but our growth, and I mean deep character level growth, requires difficulty.
We're fighting our own hardware.
We are essentially fighting our own hardware day in and day out. It's like trying to run this high performance, virtual reality software on a computer that just wants to go into sleep mode.
So, welcome to the deep dive. Today, we are not just talking about working hard. We aren't doing the rise and grind motivational speech that you see all over Instagram.
No, this is deeper than that.
We are taking a specific stack of insights focused on ambition, growth mindset, mechanics of achievement, and we are going to unpack the architecture of doing the hard thing. We're going to look at why it hurts and why that pain is actually information.
And what I love about this particular set of sources is that it doesn't just say push through it. I mean, that's boring advice, right? We've all heard that. It breaks down the
The
mechanics.
mechanics.
Yeah. We're going to look at concepts like the value filter, the biology of character hypertrophy, which sounds intense, and the art of reframing failure from an emotional event into a data event.
Our mission today is pretty straightforward, but it's ambitious. We want to convince you, yes, you listening right now, that the hard part of whatever you are facing isn't an obstacle you're supposed to dodge. It isn't a sign that you're on the wrong path.
No. The argument we're going to make is that the hard part is the essential component. It is the active ingredient in the medicine of success. Without the bitter taste, it just doesn't work.
Before we start climbing this mountain, though, and trust me, there are going to be some mountain metaphors today, I have a small request.
I can guess what it is.
If you are ready to upgrade your internal operating system and, fight that biological urge for laziness, hit that like and subscribe button right now. It helps us find more people like you who are ready to do the deep work.
It's a small action, but it signals to the algorithm and maybe to yourself that you're here to learn. You're engaged.
Okay, let's unpack this. Section 1, the philosophy of friction. The source material leads with a statement.
Psychology for human psychology, it completely changes the framework.
It does, but let's play devil's advocate for a second. Because usually when we hit a snag, when things get difficult, my immediate physiological reaction is something is wrong.
Oh, yeah. Your cortisol spikes.
My heart rate goes up. I get frustrated. I start looking for a way out. It feels like an error message. Error 404. Easy pass not found.
Exactly. We treat friction as an error message. We think, oh, this is hard. I must be doing it wrong. Or this is hard. Maybe I'm not cut out for this. Or the classic one, the universe is telling me to stop.
Right. We interpret resistance as a stop sign.
We think the system is broken.
Right.
Why can't this be easier? Why is this taking so long? But the source is arguing the complete opposite. It's saying that if there is no resistance, the system isn't actually running. It's idle.
Talk more about that. How is resistance necessary for it to run?
Well, think about it in terms of physics. This is what really helped me understand it. Without the resistance of the ground pushing back against your shoe to propel yourself forward. Without air resistance, a plane can't generate lift. Its wings have nothing to push against.
So the thing we think is holding us back is actually the thing that's enabling the movement.
The resistance isn't preventing the movement. The resistance is the medium that allows the movement to happen. It gives you purchase. It gives you traction.
That's a good point. But does that really apply to our goals? Because, okay, in physics, sure, I need friction to walk. But in my career, it's like a brake, not an accelerator. It feels like a total system failure.
If it feels that way, of course it does.
Yeah.
But the source uses this incredible metaphor of the mountain summit to explain why from the top wouldn't feel like a victory.
It would just be a location.
Exactly, a set of GPS coordinates.
You just arrived. There was no journey.
The source says it would just feel like a walk to the mailbox.
I want to linger on that image, the walk to the mailbox, because
Yeah.
that is something we do almost every day. It's so mundane.
It's devastatingly accurate, isn't it? Think about the physical